So hello everybody, today we take a quick but yet violent look at one of the most interesting wrestling series in the history of television. ECW on TNN was an offshoot of Extreme Championship Wrestling based out of the Philadelphia region. And how it showed up in television was a very interesting connection of events. Initially, TNN, which is now the Paramount Network, was trying to relaunch the channel from the old version of the conservative The Nashville Network into kind of a hip version of USA, which, as many people know, is the main host for WWE. Now, through the years towards his August 27th, 1999 debut, it had Extreme Championship Wrestling. Initially, it was Eastern Championship Wrestling, but due to the ideas of owner-promoter Paul Heyman, it was going to be the NWA Belt Championship Federation, but due to a major decision or double cross in 1994, the franchise Shane Douglas, who basically won the NWA title in the tournament, threw the belt in the trash and rechristened Eastern Championship Wrestling into Extreme Championship Wrestling. And from there, all hell broke loose, literally and figuratively. Now, when I first saw Extreme Championship Wrestling on TNN, actually it appeared the day after my birthday in 1999, and I was just a very, middle-aged journalist at the time. It was probably the most exciting and the most dangerous show on television. The wrestling on the program was intense, was violent, literally was extreme, but the talent pool in the Federation was beyond the pale. Besides the franchise Shane Douglas, it had Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, Tommy Dreamer, Taz, Steve Corino, the Dudley Boys, Spike Dudley, Mike Awesome, Tajiri. The names are endless, the amount of talent in the association. Now, what the 1 hour show used to do, it wasn't your typical, booking where you have a story that starts and a story that ends. There would be promos, there would be battles between, for example, building on the Raven Tommy Dreamer thing, which was more of a mental game than a physical game. It was almost Shakespearean with a combination of cartoons and what you would see probably clowns at a circus. There was always something going on, double crossing, people being thrown through tables, shoots, some kayfabe, but mostly shoots. If you were a wrestling fan in 1999, if a lot of people out there do remember, the Monday Night Wars were starting to fade, but when ECW showed up on TNN, it was basically a shot in the arm for professional wrestling. But for me, what really stood up for ECW was the fact that it was honest, is what the wrestlers who were on the show wanted to provide and what Paul Heyman wanted to provide. But it was so ironic that the National Network was almost a Christian version of, which is now the Paramount Network, which has evolved from TNN. You would never expect the National Network to show wrestling like this, because it was worse than PG-13. It was almost, could be R-rated or X-rated. Playboy models would show up as plot points, and there was a lot of sexuality that now in the Me Too movement wouldn't work, because it didn't work back then most times. Anything could go in the Federation. So if you have a chance, go on ECW Wrestling, do a YouTube search. I think there was only 59 or 69 episodes in total. Each one is a treat if you're a wrestling fan. But if you're a wrestling fan who do not like extreme wrestling, I recommend do not watch these episodes. If you like it, watch it, but if you don't like it, don't watch it, because it was out there. Anyway, thanks for listening, and if you have any suggestions, drop me a comment on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, and as we like to say in the North Shore, Keep your stick on the ice.